morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started.
Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Navida Sheikh from MCGM Virtual Class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we will be learning the next part of the chapter, disaster management, that we started last week. Now, in our previous video, we have already learned about what is the meaning of disaster, what is disaster management, and two types of disasters, that is famine and cloudburst. Now, in this part of video, we'll be learning few more types of disasters. How are they? How are they very important to know about, and how can we try and protect ourselves from such disasters? Okay, so let's get started and understand more about a few disasters. Today we'll be learning about flood. Now you have read about floods and you have already seen so many different types of floods occurring in India in the past few years. Okay, we have seen that people are dying, animals die, people lose their houses get washed off because of flood. Trees fall, crops get destroyed, so many things are happening because of flood. And flood is what? Flood जब वाटर लेवल बढ़ जाता है एक पर्टिकुलर जगह का, ठीक है, तो जो रिवर्स है दे ओवरफ्लो एंड दैट वाटर एंटर्स इनटू द सिटीज एंड द विलेजेस which causes flood. Sometimes because of high rainfall, because of cloud burst, also you have flood occurring in that particular region. So Government of India established the National Flood Commission in 1976. The commission has made special efforts towards the control of flood. A plan regarding flood control is kept ready from national level to village level. Large scale damage of property and loss of life can be avoided because of this plan. Okay, so government is taking special efforts in order to avoid floods. They are developing and making a nice sewage system so that water doesn't get clogged because of the rainfall. In India, in Mumbai also, जब बहुत बारिश होती है तो there is water logging, right? And sometimes that waterlogging lasts for a very long time. That could also cause, in certain regions, it could result into floods also. ठीक है, तो गवर्नमेंट स्पेशल मेजर्स लेती है, इट मेक्स स्पेशल एफर्ट्स इन ऑर्डर टू कंट्रोल फ्लड्स. ठीक है, पहले तो उसे अवॉइड करने की कोशिश करते हैं और अगर ऐसी सिचुएशंस आ जाती है तो उसे कंट्रोल करके सही तरीके से उसके साथ डील करने के लिए भी रेडी रहती है. Now there are a few protective measures in view of floods. Now the first year is construction of small dams in mountainous region. जहाँ पर mountains होते हैं तो there are problems like if there is heavy rainfall तो पानी के साथ साथ there are trees, there are soil that comes down along with it and it causes more damage to the people living below the mountainous region. So if there are small dams built, the water gets locked over there only and it doesn't affect the people living in the cities nearby. Okay, and construction of percolation tanks means underground पानी के लिए, पानी जमा करने के लिए भी tanks बनाए जा सकते हैं ताकि पानी अंदर percolate हो सके and it could be used for later purpose. Making riverbeds flat, cultivation of new forest ताकि soil erosion ना हो और forest अगर होगा तो पानी soil ज़्यादा बहेगा नहीं. ठीक है, कनेक्टिंग रिवर्स, अगर एक दूसरे से रिवर्स कनेक्ट होती रहेगी तो पानी एक रिवर से दूसरी रिवर में फ्लो होता रहेगा एंड अल्टीमेटली गो इनटू द ओशंस. इट विल नॉट गो इनटू द सिटीज. अभी ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन जो बढ़ रहा है उसके वजह से रिवर्स को कट किया जाता है और उधर बिल्डिंग्स बनाई जाती है, वहां पे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट थिंग्स आर मेड. ओके, सो दैट इज लीडिंग टू फ्लड आल्सो नाउअडेज. Now, what leads to flood? What are the sources of a flood? Heavy rainfall, flash flood, मतलब suddenly water rising, melting snow, breaking on dikes and earthquake underwater like tsunami. ठीक है, अगर जो डैम्स वगैरह है वो ब्रेक हो जाते हैं उसकी वजह से भी फ्लड्स हो जाते हैं. earthquake, अगर अंडर वाटर earthquake आता है, that is tsunami, that also leads to flood. melting of snow, okay, and heavy rainfall, these are a few sources of flood. The next and a very interesting disaster that we have today is lightning. आप लोग सब देख सकते हो अब what is lightning. हम सब ने देख चुके हैं, but I don't know how many of you all have experienced कि जब बिजली गिरती है तो क्या होता है. You have learned about generation of electric charge and lightning strikes in the lessons on static electricity. Okay, you must have seen these images in static electricity that there are charges present in our earth and in the cloud as well, and that leads to generation of lightning. Okay, and because of this, the lightning strikes where it strikes onto the surface of the earth. So in this lesson, we shall learn something more about lightning and the measures for protection from it. There is a wonderful thing to know, lightning temperature more intense than the sun. So you can imagine कि अगर sun बहुत hot है हम लोग बोलते हैं तो lightning का जो temperature है वो उससे ज़्यादा होता है. So you can imagine how dangerous lightning could be. Not all lightning strike the ground. In fact, about 95% of the lightning flashes are limited to the sky. So here you can see this lightning, it doesn't strike to the ground, it is only limited to the sky. Only 5% of lightning reaches the ground. Lightning can be generated within one cloud, between two clouds, or between a cloud and the ground. Okay, so it could happen only between one cloud or between two clouds, or it could reach the cloud and the ground. About 40 lightning flashes occur per second in the atmosphere. The temperature generated by lightning is higher than that of the sun. As I told you, कि lightning का जो temperature है वो sun के temperature से भी ज़्यादा होता है. Due to this high temperature, the air under pressure expands suddenly and a loud crashing sound is heard. तो हम लोग जो बिजली की आवाज़ सुनते हैं ना चमकती है जब, so that is because of the high temperature and the high pressure which is generated because of the temperature of the lightning. Okay, we hear this loud crashing sound. Now lightning strikes open ground maximum times. Now out of the 5% times the lightning which strikes, mostly it strikes the open ground places. Okay. The world's mortality rate due to lightning is low. However, survivors of lightning strike suffer long-term effects. Immediate treatment of lightning affected person can save their life. So here in this picture you can see a man who has been affected because of lightning. A study of place struck with lightning shows that it happens more on open grounds than under a tree or near water. Mishaps have occurred most often when a person is at a high place or near a tall object. Okay, so it is said that you should not stand near an electric pole because it is a tall building, it is a tall object which can attract lightning and you should avoid standing near it. Okay, हम लोग को बोला जाता है कि बारिश के दिनों में झाड़ के नीचे नहीं खड़ा रहना है. Why do we say that? Because a tree is a tall object which could attract lightning and the lightning could fall onto the tree and the tree could fall on us. So you have to remember these all things in order to protect yourself from lightning. So there are a few do's and don'ts for lightning. What you can do during a lightning: you should go inside when you hear thunder or see lightning. Find a sturdy house, sturdy मतलब मजबूत घर or building, car with a roof so that you can protect yourself from the lightning. Stay indoors for at least 30 minutes after you last hear the thunder. जब हम लोग सुनते हैं थंडर को उसके आधे घंटे तक भी हम लोगों को बाहर नहीं आना चाहिए in order to avoid any kind of mishaps to happen. What are the things that you shouldn't do or you should avoid during a lightning? Retreat to dugouts, sheds, pavilions, picnic shelters and other small structures. So you should move away from such places and go to a proper building or a house in order to protect yourself. Use or touch electronics, outlets, phone or windows. You should avoid touching all these things. You should go under or near a tall tree. You should not do this, as I told you in the previous slide also, that you should never stand under or near a tall tree, nor you should swim or be near water, stand near metal objects. So you should avoid doing all these things in order to protect yourself from lightning. What precautions will you take during thunderstorm? जब बिजली कड़कती है और लाइटनिंग होती है तो उसके साथ साथ थंडरस्टॉर्म जब आता है तो उस वक्त क्या करना चाहिए? You should not stand on open grounds or below a tree. Do not go to high location or climb a tree. You should not stand near an electric pole or telephone pole, a tower, etc. Do not lean on wired fences around a farm, a compound, a garden, or a house. If you are on a two-wheeler, a bicycle, a tractor, or a boat, get off immediately and go to a safe place. Do not gather all together in one place. So you should avoid sitting together during a thunderstorm. Take care and try to keep a distance of 15 feet between any two persons. Do not use plugged-in electrical appliances like your telephone, if your mobile phones are on charging, you should not touch it. Television sets and your refrigerators, you should not try and touch those appliances. You should try and put them off when you hear lightning. Do not use a mobile or telephone. Stand on dry wood or plastic sheet, sack or jute cloth or dry leaves, okay, in order to avoid that flow. Keeping your feet together, support yourself on the sole of your feet, placing your hands on your knees and crouch low. As you can see in this picture how these people are doing, you should sit in that particular position if you are outside in order to avoid the lightning to strike you. Swimmers or fishermen should immediately come out of the water. A Pakka house is the safest place. Find out if there is a lightning conductor. Now in this house you can see there is a lightning rod which attracts the lightning and it lets it go into the ground. Okay, it doesn't allow to flow into the body of humans. Okay, so you should there are lightning conductors on any tall building near your house. If necessary, get a lightning conductor fitted on your house. Okay, अगर आपका घर खुले में है, मैदान में है, अकेला घर है आपका, so you can get a lightning conductor and get it fitted into your house in order to avoid lightning. So I hope this much is clear to all of you. Now let's move on to another type of disaster, again a very important one to know, that is a volcano. A volcano is a natural event or phenomenon. It could not be stopped, it could not be avoided, okay? It will happen when it wants to. So it is a natural event which is not in our control. The interior of the earth is very hot. We have all learnt in geography that हमारे earth का जो बीच का जो portion है, it is very hot and it is like a lava. Movement of hot substances continuously occur from the interior towards the surface of the earth. As a result, sometimes the solid, liquid and gaseous substances below the earth's crust are pushed towards the crust. तो जो भी नीचे की तरफ liquid है, solid है, इसे push कर दिया जाता है ऊपर की तरफ. And when these substances come out of the earth's crust in an eruption and start flowing, it is called a volcano. ठीक है? So here you can see this is how the liquid which is underneath, which is coming out in the form of an eruption from the mountains opening, and you can see how the lava is flowing outside the mountain. The liquid molten matter which is coming outside, this is called the lava which is coming from the earth's crust. Okay, and this is called as a volcano. Now let us see what are the effects of a volcano. The chemical substances when they come out, such as lava, vapor, hot mud, sulfur, etc., they get collected on the surface of the earth and thereby mountains and hills are created. Okay, so because of this lava which is coming out, there are mountains and hills this get accumulated in the nearby vicinity and they again form small mountains and hills like structures. Alright, and there are chemicals which are coming out, there are gases and ashes which come out. Okay, so धूल निकलती है, उसके साथ में gas निकलते हैं, which could lead to atmospheric pollution also. The atmosphere gets polluted due to the ash and the gases ejected by the volcano. Often it rains also as a result of volcanic eruption. The temperature rises due to hot gases. जब बहुत ज़्यादा hot gas निकलती है तो उससे आसपास का जो temperature है वो भी rise हो जाता है and leads to high temperature in that particular vicinity. People who are living there, the household, the belongings, they often get buried and they burn because of this hot lava which is coming out from the volcano. Okay, so forests and settlements get buried under the hot mud. Volcanoes erupt in the sea as they do on land. Okay, so there is a hot lava. पानी के नीचे भी जमीन है. Everybody knows this. So this land which is there beneath the sea also, they also give out volcanic eruptions. And because of the volcanic eruption under the sea, there are islands formed. Okay, so very interesting thing here. You can see this actual image of an volcanic island which is formed because of the eruption, volcanic eruptions again and again under the sea. The same substance that comes out during the eruption of a volcano on the land are ejected during the eruption of a volcano in the sea. Some islands are created due to the eruption of volcanoes in the sea. It is not possible to prevent the eruption of a volcano or to stop it after it erupts or to control it. However, by means of science and technology, it is possible to predict an eruption and to make immediate steps for disaster management. ठीक है? As I told you in the very beginning, volcano cannot be controlled. ना उसका erupt होना कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, ना erupt होने के बाद में उसके लावा को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, ना उसके डैमेज को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. But people and government can actually take actions in order to maintain those people who are living around that particular region. उन्हें किस तरीके से evacuate करना है, कहाँ लेके जाना है, कैसे protect करना है, this could be done. Alright. The next and another type of disaster that we have is tsunami. Tsunami, you must have read about it, you must have seen it in the television, or you must have seen it in the pictures also about tsunami. Now, what exactly is tsunami and how it occurs? Let us see about that. Tsunami is a huge wave of water which enters into the cities or enters into the land. Okay, now how does it occur? Now you have learned about earthquakes. Now the earthquakes take place on our land also and under the sea as well. हम लोग ने पहले भी पढ़ चुके हैं कि पानी के नीचे भी जमीन है. तो जब earthquake आता है पानी के नीचे, समंदर के नीचे, तो वो earthquake आने की वजह से पानी का जो लेवल है वो अचानक से बढ़ जाता है, ऊपर हो जाता है भाई, उसके जो waves का level होता है. You can see in the picture also, you can see that. Okay, because of which these waves are very huge and they enter into the cities and into that place nearby, and it causes huge loss because the waves are very huge in size. Okay, and it could easily wash off the buildings and the cars and the peoples, everything around it. Okay, I'll show you how it occurs. Now an earthquake occurs under the sea level, and when it occurs it causes huge waves. Okay, पहले पानी पीछे आता है समंदर के किनारे से, और फिर ये जो earthquake की वजह से जो rise होता है पानी, ये फिर एक high wave की तरीके से the waves get bigger as water gets shallower. Okay, and hits into the cities. As on land, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur at the bottom of sea also. If an earthquake occurs at the bottom of ocean, the energy released pushes the water upward. As a result of this, a peculiar type of waves are formed. These waves are not very high near the source, but they start spreading very fast to long distances. The velocity of these waves is 800 to 900 km per hour. When they reach a coastal area, their velocity is reduced but their height is found to have increased tremendously, even to about 30 meters high. Okay, you can imagine how 30 meters high a wave could be. Such a wave generated by an earthquake or volcano occurring on the ocean floor is called a tsunami. Tsunami is a Japanese word which means harbor waves. जो किनारे पे बड़ी बड़ी waves आती है उसे tsunami कही जाती है. This is a Japanese word which is used to indicate harbor waves. Alright, so I hope tsunami कैसे generate होती है समझ में आ गया है सबको. Now let us see the destructive effects of tsunami. Buildings and other constructions are destroyed, as you can see in this picture also. There is a large scale of loss of life and financial loss. जैसे कि घर है, ऑफिस सब डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाता है तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है कि फाइनेंशियल लॉस तो होता ही है along with our life. Boats and ship near the coast get damaged. You can see this ship which has landed onto the house. You can see how strong the waves are. Trees get uprooted, landslides take place on a large scale, changes take place in the original land near the coast, giving rise to swamps. Traffic obstruction arises. The business industry related to the sea are adversely affected and normal day-to-day life is disrupted. लार्ज स्केल डैमेज इज कॉज टू हार्बर्स. ओके, जो समंदर के किनारे हैं वो बहुत बुरी तरीके से खराब हो जाते हैं, बिजनेस खराब हो जाते हैं, डे टू डे लाइफ इंसान के डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है. ठीक है, हमारी जो लैंड है, ओरिजिनल लैंड जिस तरीके से होती है वो खराब हो जाती है, उसका वो अलग तरीके का शेप हो जाता है, पानी का लेवल बढ़ जाता है वो पर्टिकुलर रीजन में. ठीक है, ट्रीज खराब, ट्रीज अपरूटेड हो जाती है. सो दीज आर ऑल डिस्ट्रक्टिव इफेक्ट्स ऑफ सुनामी. See, this is how the water starts to enter from the harbor into the city. See how huge waves these are. They wash off everything which comes in their way. Okay, there are cars, if you can see, these cars are getting washed off because of the intensity of the water which is coming into from the tsunami waves. See, this is how after tsunami, this is how the place looks. You can see the cars, you can see the houses which have been destroyed, and it will take so much amount of time to get to rebuild this and to clear this out, and people rehabilitation and reconstruction of this place will take so much amount of time. So that is why it is a very dangerous disaster that occurs. Here you can see how the water, there's flood also because of that. Okay, the houses which are left, you can see how people lose their life. People, बहुत सारे लोग मर जाते हैं इसमें, animals मर जाते हैं, plants खराब हो जाते हैं, crops खराब हो जाते हैं. There's a huge loss because of tsunami. What are the precautionary measures that one can take? When a tsunami wave is formed due to an earthquake on the sea floor, it is necessary that an immediate estimate is made of its progress and the warning of the danger is issued to the people in the coastal area. Now this is the thing which a government that government should do, and they should make a note of it कि अगर सुनामी वेव आई है, अगर earthquake hit हुआ है समंदर में, तो ये वेव के सुनामी के तरीके से आ सकती है. तो अगर आ सकती है तो उसके लिए मेजर्स क्या लेना चाहिए, डेंजर किस तरीके का हो सकता है, कितनी इंटेंसिटी का था, कितनी ह्यूज वेव्स क्रिएट होगी, उस हिसाब से कोस्टल एरियाज पे इसका वार्निंग इशू करनी चाहिए. For this purpose, an artificial geostatutory satellite is of great use. There is a satellite which makes note of all these things and informs the people in charge for that. So there are different types of, as I told you, we have learned about the cause of tsunami. We have seen how destructive it is. Now once tsunami occurs, there are emergency rescue helicopters, there are alarms which are signaled to the people who are living nearby, and people are asked to stay in an area high and strength, which is strong, and at a higher region they should go. They should have emergency supplies if a particular area is hit by tsunami, or people लोगों को पता है कि there will be tsunami coming again and again, so they should have an emergency supply in their house. अगर ऐसी कंडीशन होती है तो वो supplies को utilize कर सके. So I hope with this chapter is quite clear, and easy to understand. In the next coming period, we'll be learning something new and interesting. If you haven't understood anything, you can ask us in the comment section. Till then, thank you.
If you like the session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share, and this session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.